Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Magic the Gathering, let's look at my first 7-win draft. This was amazing. This is a quick draft for Innistrad. And I just had some gold lying around, and then there were still some Innistrad cards that I wanted, so I just went in there trying to see if I could make something happen. And then I got a black and red deck. The first two rare cards were black and red, so they led to my choices. No complaints about that, but I still need to get some blue. I might want to go back in again, try to go for blue. But pretty good opening hand, I guess. And opponent's playing blue. And I am playing this game every day. This game is my guilty pleasure. Don't make a lot of videos for it, but yeah. Enjoying it very much. Okay, so now I can cast some stuff. We'll put down the Festival Crasher. A little bit of blocking he can do there. And then he gets more powerful if I cast more instants or sorceries. There's Falcon Abomination. That might be one of the best cards in the set. It'll create another zombie. Alright, we'll put down the Geist Flame Reservoir. I kind of grabbed that because there was nothing else that I wanted more, but it's turned out to be great. It can do two different things, but I'll show that off later. Alright, can't block the Falcon there. And we'll play the only land we got, the Field of Ruin. And here we can cast the Hungry for More. That will buff my Reservoir, that will buff my Crasher. Oh, they will counter. That's okay. I can cast it again on a later turn. Alright, Geist Flame Reservoir has a counter on it, so I could tap it to remove that counter and then do 1 damage to somebody, but I don't need to do that at the moment, so... We'll just attack with the Crasher while he's still got the buff. Okay, they're going to attack with some guys. I felt like every match that I played of this draft, I started from behind, but I always came from behind. That's how most of my games go in any of the things I play. I don't know, I think it's kind of the position that I enjoy being in. Alright, so we take a bunch of damage, their decayed zombies go away. And then here finally, let's use Infernal Grasp on their, what is it, Falcon? It will do damage to me, but I figure he's doing 2 damage to me every turn anyway. And then again, we'll buff the Reservoir, we will buff the Crasher. Let's remove 2 of the tokens. We'll do 2 damage to this blue thing. And that will set me up to attack the other opponent. Memory Deluge. That's one of the better cards in the set, I think. You can draw you lots of cards twice for blue. Alright, let's cast Hungry for More again, this time from my graveyard. Again, it will buff the Reservoir and then my Crasher. I could cast Immolation here. we'll just save it. That's an enchantment, so it's not going to work with buffing my other stuff. Alright, I'll get some life back. Oh! Ah! Opponent didn't like how that game was going. Maybe they couldn't draw any of their second color, so they couldn't cast those spells. So we won that one. Well, that was anticlimactic, but we got the 7 wins. Before I claim my prize, let's look at the deck that I used. I'll just talk about the cards, I guess. Alright, there it is. I picked up my first copy of Champion of the Perished. He doesn't have great synergy with this deck. I'm not generating a lot of zombies, but still, it was good to get the guy. And then he could just be a 1-1 for 1. That was fine in the early part of the game. Let's see, anything else interesting here? I really like this card, 2-2 for 2. And then it has a nice ability if you have a leftover mana. This one was kind of better than I was expecting. I kind of got it because there wasn't anything else that I wanted more. I don't like it, you know, just because the monster disappears after a turn. But it can get you some life back, and then you can even cast it twice on the same turn if you have enough mana, so that's pretty good actually. This was nice. Let's see, Hobbling Zombie. I think somehow this was the first get of this one, but I like that it has the Death Touch on it. I would still cast it even if it didn't generate the Decayed Zombie. And the Decayed Zombies are okay. They die if they attack, but you can still use them from other stuff like Sacrifice or other abilities where you just need somebody, like tap somebody or something. And then Morbid Opportunist. I think this is one of my favorite cards of the set. But really good for my black-red sacrifice deck, because I have guys dying all the time, and so he can get me a card every turn, sometimes even on the opponent's turn. And this one I got for the first time. I bought the cosmetics for this, so he looks pretty cool. Who else was good? This might be my first get of this one too, but he was pretty good. He got pretty buff. This is my first time using this one, but this was actually really good. You cast instants or sorceries, and then you can save up counters, and then remove those counters to do damage. I didn't realize that you could do it to the player as well, so there was actually a game that I could have won maybe like 3 turns ago, but thankfully they didn't do enough life gain or kill me before I realized I could use it on them, and then I won that. But the second ability too, if I just have a bunch of mana left over, I can cast spells from the top of my library at any time. So yeah, this was really good. Glad I got this one. And then this is my first get of this character too. I heard a lot about this one, but yeah, it's as good as advertised. It can give anything haste, that's pretty amazing. And then if it's flipped, it gives it a trample as well, plus some additional attack. So it doesn't even have to do anything. It can just sit there and it makes your team better, so it's pretty amazing. Alright, and I think that's it. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. I got the Field of Ruin, which I love very much, but I didn't really have a chance to use it on anybody, because everybody's just using basics. Okay, I think that'll do it for the show-off of the deck. Let's claim the rewards and see what we get. Alright. This is the quick draft, so the gems is not as much as the full draft, but still, 950, I'll take it. Alright, and then finally, let's open those packs. My luck with mythic rares has been pretty good. Don't want to jinx myself here. Alright, nothing new here. This one's new. That's kind of cool. Get a bonus for casting it, getting a clue. Alright, new. Nice, okay. Old Stick Fingers, that's a cool name. X creature cards, okay. into your graveyard. The rest on the bottom of your library. Interesting, okay. And last pack. Alright, nothing new here. Okay, what's the rare? Oh, nice. Gisa is one of my favorite characters. I liked her from that old set, and I like her because she's dressed like she's a bridesmaid or like a bride, but she's also carrying a shovel, and I'm glad that she has the shovel here too. But really great artwork. It's blurry here on the iPad, but yeah. Legendary, so I could use her for a brawl deck. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead, and then I can get those exiled cards back on my side. These are some of my favorite cards, are the ones where I can play with the opponent's deck, so this is right up my alley. Okay, so that was my first 7-win draft. Pretty exciting. Maybe I'm getting better at this game. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.